Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
Hello, everybody. This is Laura. How are you all today? Yes, we will do a mix of mediumship messages. At about 15 minutes into the hour, we start with other side connections as they are presented to the show. And then I do a mix of mending, which is healing, messages, which about your own life, and mediumship, which is connecting to those who have transitioned, our loved ones who have transitioned to the world of spirit. Um, before that, a couple of announcements, and then a little focus subject, and then a group message. A lot to pack into the next 15 minutes. The first thing I want you to know is the website for this show. Oh, that rhymes. Is spiritmediumtv.com, and there everything I'm about to say is reflected, so you don't have to remember anything but spiritmediumtv.com. First thing is, I'm not sure if I'm doing a show on the 4th of July, which is coming up, or not. I'll allow myself in the spur of the moment to decide. But as of right now, I'm leaning towards not doing a live show, but having some other thing of benefit there for you, either a past show or perhaps a class. So stay tuned for that. Okie dokie. If you want to get readings, call 347-945 5849. That's 347-945-5849. That puts you in the queue. We do have a number of people already waiting. Thank you, everybody, for calling in and listening. Always so grateful to be doing the work of spirit in service to you. There is a sale that you can obtain if you go to spiritmediumtv.com. Item 1 on that page will describe how to get a 25% discount or a third more time with any session you order through that page, which is in reference to the radio show. If you'd like to be in to win a private session with me, I have a monthly contest. All you need to do is join the mailing list. I've got somebody here who will be joining the mailing list. I pre-interviewed some people before the show started, but if you're coming in a little later and you're not on the mailing list and you would like to be in to win a private 30-minute phone or Skype session with me, just go to item 2 on spiritmediumtv.com, and that is explained. It's really very simple. All you need to do is join the mailing list, which is at the top right of that page. Number 3 on spiritmediumtv.com is a little present for you, a little surprise. It's called the 8 No Wait. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. So that's item 3 on spiritmediumtv.com. Item 4 talks about certification. If you think that you are psychic or would like to develop that part of yourself, you can actually get a soul psychic healer master certification. And there's a great testimonial there on that page, which I've lately people have been finishing the certification. So item 4 on spiritmediumtv.com links you through to where to go, and just a little bit of the feedback or the testimonial. I finally completed your training, and boy, was I ever thrilled. This is Karen Whaley, who's recently completed the training. By the way, everybody that completes the training goes on my website. I have a list of certified soul psychic healers, which includes mediumship. It's a total package of revolutionizing your life through the first part of it is intuitive awakening through soul alignment, and then it goes from there to channeling, and then it goes to clairvoyance, psychic clairvoyance, and then to mediumship. And there's even a course on business building that's at the end of the series. So that's item 4. Item 5 on spiritmediumtv.com allows you to watch me live. Oh, I hope you're ready for that. I'm in front of a camera and babbling away as you hear me now. oh, today's a good day for me as far as the way I look. I usually am a little more rested earlier in the day. And being that I'm about 150 years old now, each bit of rest shows in my face, or each lack of rest shows in my face. So anyway, there it is. Item 5 on spiritmediumtv.com is a live video feed of me. There's an event coming up, which will be July 10th. It's live at my home in Delray Beach, Florida. However, I will probably be doing every single event I do online as well. I know Susie B's chomping at the bit to attend these things because she loves everything to do with spirit. And so do I, Susie. This one on the 10th of July will be a Spirit World Tour. Woo! Heaven and Hell Unveiled. I will be offering a presentation of research that comes from credible sources in the field of the afterlife and research of what the spirit world is like. What the spirit world is like. Then I will be doing afterlife mediumship, meaning I'll bring in one soul that would like to talk about the afterlife, what it's like for them. One soul who would like to mend a relationship or a soul contract with the person in the room, the sitter. That'll be interesting. And then just simply do evidential mediumship as well. I will be leading you, attendees, through a long meditation where you will meet. You will enter the other side, and you will meet a loved one, and you will do one of those three things. Just either afterlife, find out how the afterlife is like, what the afterlife is like for them, perhaps mend a soul contract with them, or just get some information from them. So it should be fun, very fun. Here's a nice little testimonial recently from Lena S., is a regular client of mine. Meaning not from the radio show, although she found me on the internet. She's in California. But we had a beautiful session about a week or two ago, and she wrote me this very unexpected, grateful email stating, "Good morning, Laura. Thank you so much for your help. I'm so glad I found you on YouTube. You are honest, kind, and so very helpful. Just want to say that I'm very grateful for your help. You are the best. Thank you again for everything, and have a great day." And there are hundreds and hundreds of testimonials on my website. If you go to spiritmediumtv.com, you'll read a lot more. In case you don't know who I am, it helps you, understand what I'm doing here and also appreciate the work. And the more you know who I am, the more you get out of your connection with me. See, one of the things I don't like to do, everybody listening, is fortune tell. Okay, I'm into activating you and your awareness, helping you expand your consciousness to see where the karmic soul contracts are. That's part of a healing process, because all the readings will go to that. Okay, all the readings will go to, what part do you play in this? Where's the soul contract? Can we release those beliefs? And then after that, I may do a little predicting for you. So I kind of do a little different work than what you're used to thinking of a psychic doing. Although today, in this day and age, more and more spiritual workers, light workers, are choosing or are guided to use their spiritual gifts in this way of healing and helping versus addicting you to fortune telling, which is what that is. So today's focus subject will be about something that friggin' A woke me up in the middle of the night last night. Yes, all of a sudden I'm awakened at 3 a.m. and I hear surrender, the word surrender, and my guides are speaking to me. So there's an article under recent posts on the right side of Spirit Medium TV, and that article is called Oneness, Surrender, the Stress of Struggle to the Wonder of Oneness. Now, what the heck is that all about, right? Well, yesterday was a very stressful day for me. And I was in the mode of trying to make everything happen. You ever get like that? And no matter what you did, you always felt like you weren't doing something right, or you weren't doing enough, or you're just failing on all fronts. You ever feel like that? We're all human, We're actually, Earth is like right next to hell in the scheme of energy systems and all the worlds and the other planes. We're right next to the first level of hell. So sometimes Earth could feel a little like that. But this is a clue or cue or way for you to create heaven for yourself on Earth versus hell. Okay? So oneness is the key here, and wonder, WONDER, is the tool. Okay? So basically, what happened is I started to hear all this information about how wonder, which is defined as something or someone that is very surprising, beautiful, amazing, etc., can be the key to finding peace in our day to day life. The wonder of oneness in our day to day life. To find wonder, use wonder. That means living in the now. Okay. When you are out of the now, and you might have heard this maybe way too many times, but when you're out, and it can't hurt to hear it again, guys, so just listen up. When you're living out of the now, you're anxious. So if you feel anxious at any one point in time, if you're breathing heavily or you feel like nothing you do ever works out right for yourself, you are in a mode of not being in the now. You're in the mode of worry. Okay. You're living in the past or you're living in the future, but you're not living in the now, which is oneness. And wonder, WONDER, is the key to going into the now. Because the moment that you go, wow, which is the first letter of the word wonder, this is really cool. Look at this world I'm in. And start to look at the world as if you're a child again, exploring it in the now, in the moment of now. You start to leave stress behind in a way I might call surrender. Without having to surrender. So basically, if you're feeling very stressed out, go to wow. Go to the first letter of the word wonder and start to explore the moment, the oneness that you're in, the moment and the oneness that you're in as if it's new to you. You might focus on your breath. You might focus on the sky and maybe a breeze hitting your skin. You might focus on looking into the eyes of a pet or a child or a baby. But coming out of the intellect and back into the body is one of the foundations of the first letter of the word wonder, which is wow. Okay. And then also remind yourself that this is the first and last time you ever saw, did, or knew something. That's how you enter the now, okay? By remembering or reminding yourself that this moment you're in is not going to happen again. It's very, very specific, right? You'll never have another one like it. As soon as you do that, you're back in the now, okay? And why is that so? Why is this remembering the now by entering that moment so important? Because of the letter O in the word wonder, which is oneness. Oneness means it only happened once. Each moment is precious. It only happens once. And when you can start living that way of in amazement and wonder at each one moment, you start to heal. You start to heal the soul level. You start to heal from stress and worry. You start to heal from all the toxicity of living in the particular dimension we're in. That is our challenge at once and our healing mechanism. And so is the O in the word wonder means it only happened once. This is because N stands for now, because now is only once. Oneness means now is only once. So the N of the word wonder means now. If you get this, if you get that now only happens once, you have gotten everything you need to know to live in a more harmonious, wonderful way. So always remember that each moment is extremely precious, and it only happens once, and it is your present, as people like to say. The now is your, today is your present, your gift. It is now. So by living in the now, we get to D, which is the D of the word wonder, daydream. Okay? It's only through the now that you get to move into that virtual place. It's interesting because if you're living in your head, you're not really daydreaming, you're worrying. But when you daydream, you're coming from your heart center, and it's creative. That is the construct of the law of attraction. It's coming from daydreaming versus worry, or versus trying to project a reality. When you daydream, you live as if you are that feeling. So if you want love in your life, daydream about feeling like you're in love. And live it, love it, do it, live in that daydream. So daydream is part of the now. I've never thought of it this way, but this is what was channeled to me. So when you're in the now, you can now daydream. And daydreaming is your portal to the superconscious mind of God, which is eminently majestic, eminently creative, and eminently peaceful and pleasant and passion. So daydreaming is the harmonious effective mind versus the inharmonious or toxic effective mind is when we're worried and we're living in the past and living in the future rather than the present. So once you do the daydream, the more you will that's the E of the word wonder, engage in the divine flow of now. See, once you're allowing yourself to be in the now and you daydream about and live as if you have things now, even though you don't, you daydream that you have them, you live as if you have them. What happens is your moments become magical. Your moments become magical. Lucky coincidences abound. Those are called synchronicities. You get more hunches. Okay. When you're worried or anxious or stressed, you cut that flow. You can't get into the divine now. Okay? So living in wonder, we're on the E of the word wonder now, allows you to access divine flow so that finally you end up at the R of the word wonder, which is you relax. So the ultimate outcome is a shift from stress to relaxing through life, and allowing yourself to live at a higher frequency and vibration. Now, here's a cute little poem that goes with all this. So there's a method there, and if you could follow it, and Lord only knows what the channeling will be about. There'll be a message in a moment coming in for you guys. But here's a cute little poem to end this particular article. Simply be to find your free, to stop your worry, and really see how wondrously lucky you are indeed. Be in wonder, be in light, so higher realms can fuel your sight. Ooh, it's kind of cute. All right, so let me go now back to the channel message. I would like all of you listening to sit back, uncross your arms and legs, and start to breathe abdominally, allowing yourself to get very relaxed. Uncross your arms and legs, sit back, start to breathe abdominally. Breathing in deeply and exhaling deeply from your abdominal area, allowing spirit to come into your being, filling you with light of whatever color you feel inspired to be filled with today. Remember the rainbow of light. And as you do that, if you're wanting an other side connection, call in your loved ones from the other side, say hello to them. If you're wanting an answer to a life question, or if you're wanting a healing, please ask that Spirit provide that for you. As you do that, I'm going to go off and do the prayer. I'll be back in a second. And now what I need you all to do in your next exhale of breath, I need you to release into your space your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay, so let me bring in the ones and then we'll get to the phones. We are here, we are the ones. We've come in to salute all of you and wish you well in your health. Yes, health is what we will speak about today. How to feel healthy, how to feel robust, and how to be fully engaged in the activity of life, to live in a way that allows you to be exactly who you are every day in every moment. It is not easy to be this person that you are. Many of you have come in with karmic blocks, blocks that prevent you from fully utilizing the power that you truly have. But those are illusory blocks. There, you've placed them there for the purpose of understanding better your purpose, better your passion, better who you are. Your blocks are there as your guiding force to actualization of self, to robust health, and to allowing yourself to be all that you can be. So, for a moment, we would like each of you to think of a major or master block in your life. Perhaps it is something that you've been working on all your life and never seem to attain. We will be silent for a moment as you do that. Good. Now we would like you to ask yourself, your own self, your higher self, silently, would you please release me from this block now? Simply ask yourself to release the block. We will be silent. Very good. On a regular basis, you may keep asking to be released of any hindrances or encumbrances that you have in attaining a peaceful and stressless state of mind. Asking for help is the only way to gain help. Your guides will not help you unless you ask. So it's extremely important to always ask the next time you feel blocked. Asking is a form of surrender and release. We have learned two forms of release today. The first one is wonder. The second one is asking. Namaste. Oh, I didn't get that one last night. Well, thank you guys for adding that in because all I got was the word wonder. And then I said to Spirit, I says, I got to go to sleep now, guys. Give me a give me a break. Okay. So, oh, there's somebody in the chat room with the name Skating Angel. What a great name that is. Does that mean that you skate? Anyway, okay. So I'm going to see if there's anybody wanting an other side connection before I go to life questions. And there is somebody wanting that, and her name is Anna. Okay, I'm going to open up the line. Well, I thought I was going to open up the line. Oh, there it is. Good. Hey, Anna, how are you, honey?
Hi, how are you all?
I'm good. I'm doing great. Okay, so you're wanting another side connection. Now, I just want to make sure I'm not remembering the wrong Anna, because once I did that, I thought it was the Anna who was the architect when it wasn't that Anna. Are
Yeah,
you?
that's me.
You're the architect. Okay, believe it or not, you weren't listening. That I was on the radio and I thought I had an Anna on the phone and I thought it was you and I did the reading assuming things, because I know you very well. And actually, I brought in your father, or I tried to bring in your father because I was assuming something. Okay, so now assumptions aside, let's see who will come in for Anna. She's a very loving person. Hold on. Who wants to come in for Anna? Okay, I hear your father. Now, we've brought him in a few times, um, and I will bring him in now. Okay, so what I see is a man who's a little stockier in build. Would you understand that, please, for father, your father?
Yeah.
Okay, he's got a little bit of stomach there, a very kind person, and you feel always very soothed by your father's energy. He shows me something about working with his hands, that he liked to work with his hands. And if he were not directly a builder, then he did know how to construct things, and or do things that were literally in the craft field, like pottery or something like that. Would you understand that Dad liked to work with his hands in a creative way, please?
Yes.
Okay. He's also very open-minded about a lot of things about Earth now that he wasn't, by the way, before, he says. And he's laughing a little bit. He was against a lot of the progressive thoughts and ideas that go on in the world today. He says, but in spirit, he's learned that he was wrong about that. I don't know why he has to say that, love, but I do need to let you know that's nothing for you to validate, really, other than perhaps was Dad sort of fixed in his idea about what was right and wrong.
I'm not so sure about that.
Okay, like maybe he didn't agree with equal rights for people that were in a particular, maybe gay or whatever. Maybe he didn't agree with that.
Maybe, yeah, maybe, but we never really had a conversation.
Okay, all right. I don't know why he has to say that right now, but I just want you to know that. Maybe it has something to do with a personal message for you in a moment. But I do, I have to give you what's coming in. There's also something about him smoking. Do you remember Dad to be a smoker, please, at any time in his life?
No.
Okay. I think I always say this to you. I always had a feeling that Dad smoked. Every time I've spoken with you, I always get that feeling, and you always say no. Let me just see something.
Maybe he
Yeah, maybe before not during the time you knew him, but maybe in his earlier years. Now, are you Portuguese, honey? I think we spoke about that, didn't we, honey? We spoke
yeah.
about that? Okay.
Yeah.
And also, do you know if he liked to ride a motorcycle when he was younger, when he lived in Portugal, please?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
because he's showing me that. So I think the cigarettes go with that time in his life, love, which doesn't necessarily mean anything he has to speak about now. Okay, in other words, he didn't speak about it with you. It wasn't something you need to explain in his later years. I feel there's a heart problem with Dad that leads to his passing. Do you understand heart, please?
Yeah.
Okay. He says he's a very calm temperament, calm most of the time. He never got into people's business. He allowed you to be who you were. That's why it's a contradiction for him to say he had narrow-minded views, because on the other hand, he was very accepting of everyone around him, you included. And that's one of the reasons why when he comes in for you, it's very soothing to your heart, Anna, your soul, and who you are. You miss his unconditional love. And I want to add to that quite often fathers don't offer unconditional love. It's an interesting idea because men in general represent success in the external world, money, success, all that. My father, for example, was really big on me, Laura, being flexible to what the world needed versus doing what I love to do. Your father instead encourages you to be who you are. And it's going to go now into a personal message for you. I know some of the struggles you've had of late with your business and so on, but I think last we spoke, you weren't having those problems. You've kind of gone through a struggle phase, but now things are getting better in business. Is that correct, love?
Well,
More or less? Okay. So let me see what Dad wants to say for a personal message for Anna. I love you very much. Uh, have you changed your hairstyle? Every now and then they will talk about hairstyles. Looks like a little.
no.
No? Okay. Well, I see hair that's about, has a wave to it, and it's just under the ears. Is that your hairstyle now, honey? Or is that anything? I don't know why he would show me
No.
that.
A little longer.
All right. Well, I don't know why he's talking about that, but maybe he means something else and I warped the words. Let me go back to Daddy. Okay, there's also a name coming in, like a C name, like a Carl or anything with a C, C-A-R. Let me see now. Dad, what do you want to say here? I just love you very much. He says, thank you for asking me to come in. Okay, and he says, take care of your hair more. He says, this is what he means about the hair. You're letting yourself go. You're not taking enough care of yourself. And he's using the hair as a symbol of just indulging in your own time for self-care and things like that, because you're really, really very overworked right now, overtaxed, and harried. You're stressed out. And he wants you to just relax more, take care of yourself more, uh, swim more. It's the season for swimming now. Get out in nature more. He says, don't worry, the business will be there, when you take your breaks. So he's just reminding you, sweetheart, to have more time for self and family, because you are a person that's very driven, very success oriented, and he would be saying that to you if he were on Earth. Makes sense, love?
Yeah.
All right. And he says you need to hear that right now, and that's really what you wanted to hear. You wanted to hear your daddy soothe you. And so with that, he gives you a big hug, a big kiss, and says, "It's all right to take a break, my beautiful daughter."
Yes, thank you, Laura.
You're welcome, honey. God bless.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Yeah, her daddy needed to tell her to take a break. Okay. I don't know if any of these other people are waiting for another side connection, but if Susie gets around to it, there's 828 waiting, honey, and 313 waiting. I don't know if they want another side connection, but I'm going to go to some life readings now because that's all I have in front of me. Okay, Dee Dee has been waiting very patiently. Hi, Dee Dee.
Hi, Laura. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. I want to just say one thing before we go to your question, and that is to focus on the question versus background information, because otherwise you'll lead me and then you'll ruin your answer because I'll be influenced. So go ahead and give me just the question, darling, and I'll ask if I need more information.
Do you see me moving out of the state anytime soon?
Yes, actually, I do see you, and I see that there's an opportunity leading you elsewhere, and taking you away from home, where you've been for a while, which you consider home, to a new adventure and a new lifestyle. I feel that your heart really is needing that, a change, and it feels like as if it's just a relaxing kind of feeling you get when you think of this new place that you would live in, and it's free. It's the right thing to do. And so from the way the answer just peeled off my tongue, I would say that you're looking for validation, that what you're daydreaming about is truly on your path or that will work out for you. Is that correct, please?
Yes.
Okay, so it is there. Now, the next part of it is, will the monies be there for you to make the move? And yes, the monies will be there. I hear that you have been saving up slowly to make the move and the transition. You just want to be sure that you're not whistling in the wind, so to speak, or daydreaming about something that's impractical. So Spirit is saying that the reason you have this feeling deep in your gut that this is the place you want to be is because this is the place you're supposed to be, and that your soul set it up as part of your life plan to make this transition. You will be doing it soon rather than later. It won't take that much longer to make the move. I see July to Okay, they're giving me a bigger thing. July to February. So it's anywhere from July through February will be the right time to go. You'll know because the property will become free at that time. Now, I don't know what they mean by that. What do you mean the property will become free, Spirit? It will be opening up for you the place to live and where you want to be. There's going to be an opportunity coming in. So it's not so much where you are is going to get you won't be, it's not so much you're waiting on release from where you are, but you're looking for the opportunity to where to go. And so you're going to hear about a piece of property or place to live, and that's going to be your catalyst, if you will, or the thing to look for. Okay?
Okay.
All right, honey. Thank you so much, love.
Thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Okay, and so we are going to move to somebody else has been waiting a long time. Got a lot of people waiting a long time because Laura is a babbler. I'm going to go to Vicky. Hello, Vicky. How are you?
Hi, Laura. Thanks for taking my call.
Of course. Just give me your question, honey. No background.
My question is, I've had quite a few interviews last week. What are you thinking out?
Okay, so you're asking if any of the interviews from last week for job, I'm assuming, will pan out. Let's look at that. You're open to anything, actually, they're telling me, and you will get one of them. Not the one that you wanted as much. So they're saying it's the underdog position, the position that has potential, but you're not quite sure about it. You're not sure if it's the right fit. The money is not as good. However, they're saying that this particular job is actually going to lead to more opportunity in the long run. But it feels to me like it's in a less prestigious firm and a less prestigious opportunity. It looks on the surface as something that's not established, if you will. However, it leaves the potential for growth there. And when you get into it with your smarts, because they're telling me you're very, very smart, you're going to be able to uh, shape this position into something very much the way you want it. So even though right now it looks like, I'm not so crazy about this job, but if I get it, I'll take it. They're saying that even though it doesn't seem like the top one, it's like the second or third in line, that this would be the one that offers you the best opportunity, and it looks like that's the one that's going to come through for you. Make sense?
Okay, I had 4.
Well,
actually, I had 4 interviews.
That's fine, but I'm just saying it's the second or third in line or in desirability. I didn't say there were 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's one there that you're thinking it's not the best one, but it's that's the one you're going to get. It's not the best of all of them, but it's going to be okay. And then when you get into it, you're going to really like it, and you're going to really do something with it. Now, if you want to give me the initials of the jobs, just give me like one initial for each of them. I'll give you the answer as to which one it is. I'll try to anyway.
Okay. Okay. M.
Okay.
And F.
S like in Sam?
F is in Frank.
Okay.
M and F. And A. And F as in Sam.
Okay, so we got Mom, Frank, and Sam. Hold on. Let me just go to Spirit, see which one we get. Okay, so S is the one. That's the last one.
Okay.
All right, that's the one they seem to think is the most likely to happen.
What happened? Okay.
Okay, and don't be afraid of and don't be afraid of change, they say, because it feels a little weird for you to get that job, or it's not really the best fit for you. You're thinking, but actually, it's going to be the one, right? It's don't be afraid of change, because this is the thing that you're really needing, and it's going to open up the doors for you. It's going to allow you to shine in the long run, even though it seems a little bit like shaky right now, or scary, or just not established. It doesn't seem like it has all the potential of all the other ones, but it's the one that's actually going to give you the biggest, juiciest opportunity. So yay! Go out there, honey. Go out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Laura. You have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thanks, you too. Thanks, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. And so I am going to go to, I think I'm going to go there. Yep. Looks like I'm going to Joanne, who's been waiting the longest. Okay. Hello, Joanne. How are you, darling?
Good. How are you?
I'm very, very good. What can I do for you today as far as question? Just give me the question.
Basically, just changes in my life.
Okay. I'd like a little, well, all right, let me see if Spirit wants to say anything first. Sometimes they do. Joanne, 289. Well, I feel a very big disappointment in you, like something fell through that you thought was going to work for you. I'm not sure yet if it's in love or work or money or what it is, but this is something, and you feel like almost angry or just a lot of anxiety around. It's a very negative kind of feeling right now. I'm going to try to project that, honey, and try to go to where that's leading. Hold on, Joanne, 289. I'm going to ask Spirit something. Is it love? Is it money? What is it, Spirit? It's a heartbreak. Okay, it's a heartbreak. And so I'm getting something for you, honey, in the area of emotions and love. I don't know if that's what you're thinking of or that you want, but that's where they're going with this. Does that make sense to you, honey, before I continue?
It could.
All right. I'm going to ask you, sweetheart, rather than me spend a guessing game here with you. I'd like a specific question, if you would please do that for me, because I only have so much time to spend.
Let's try my health.
Okay. Okay. So, Joanne. Okay. Is that a question? Please give me a question. Please give me a question, darling.
Okay. Am I going to sell the house I want to sell?
Wow, we went from health to the house.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, let's see. Joanne, is she going to sell her house? Yes or no? Yeah, you'll sell your house in due time. Everything just takes time. Everything takes time. Releasing the past takes time. Moving forward to the future takes time. Release of stress takes time, and release of a broken heart takes time. What I feel in you right now is a lot of heartache. I'll say it again: a lot of distress, a lot of heartache, a lot of loss, and that you have some loss. It seems emotional primarily, and then it leads to financial, and it also takes a toll physically because it's stressful. But this will, over time, time heals all wounds, which I hate to quote an adage, but I have to right now just to remind you of that. And also to give you a tool for releasing the past, which is looking after self first, Spirit says. For you in particular, looking out for self in a kind and loving way. When anger creeps in, releasing it and knowing it only destroys you in the long run. Looking out to the horizon, to nature. If you're near an ocean, which for some reason they're showing me an ocean, it doesn't mean you're near one, but somehow being near the ocean or water is soothing for you, but doing things that are nurturing and self-soothing. But all of your circumstances will heal over time, and you will be relinquished in the end. You will have what you need and you want. Now is the time to love yourself, and finally you will find relief. I hope that is helpful to you, Joanne.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. All righty. And we got a few other people here. It looks like, I don't want to say the name until I'm sure. It looks like Allie is next. Hello, Allie. How are you? Hi, sweetheart. Just give me your question, honey. No background, okay?
I just wanted to find out what's in store for my love life.
Okay. Does Allie have a love life, Spirit? Yes, you do have a love life. You're not lost and forgotten or forlorn. All right, hold on. Allie, love, yes or no? Yes or no? You have a love life. You haven't forgotten the past. There's still somebody hanging around. But before you can get going to something new, the cords of that need to be cut. You need to stop hoping, wanting, and clinging to it. This is what they're saying. Do you understand that, honey? Does that make sense to you, love?
Yeah, but I think it goes in the opposite way. He is, and I'm trying to move on.
Okay. Well, let me say this, darling, that so long as you're entertaining even a hello to him, you're entangled in the web. And it does prevent you energetically. You have to release the past before you can move to the future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little exercise with you right now. It's like a healing little healing exercise. Imagine you're you're caught in this spider's web, or it's like a net over you, and it's like all sticky and gooey, and you can't get out of it no matter how hard you try. It's like yip 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 yip. Can you see that for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. Now imagine that a beautiful white blue light comes over you from the top, and it starts to melt away and almost like laser away this encumbrance, this web. It's like beautiful clear light, and it's just removing that toxicity around you and allowing you to emerge and look at yourself now. You're smiling, you're released, and you're relieved. And now let's go into projecting the future. So what we've just done is a symbolic visualization of you being released from that toxicity from the past. Wishing him well. We wish him well. We send him on his way, and now we are released emotionally. I don't feel that you have any guilt. I don't feel you have anything at all. I just feel that you still talk to him, and so you have to stop sort of doing that in as diplomatic a way as possible. Okay, because it keeps you connected to him, and it's not allowing you to pull in new. So let me move forward with new now. Right? Okay. So start looking around. It doesn't seem like you need to go very far to find somebody new. I don't feel that you're going to be going online or anything like that, for online dating or anything like that. I feel that you just need to be in your community doing things that you like to do. One of the things I see, you must be kind of outdoorsy or like to do something outdoorsy, because you see with a bike or riding around, doing some athletic things that you like to do. And in the neighborhood, you will, okay, you do like to, in the neighborhood, you will be meeting somebody new who lives fairly close to you. It's just through chance, through being out, either with the bike or with the dog. Looks like there's a dog around you. Do you understand dog, please?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He loves you very much, that dog. Woo! So keep. So, go to the dog park, do some. I see you riding the bike with the dog next to you, maybe going slowly. Things like that. Getting out, getting fresh air, being gregarious, and, going out with friends and all. And then you'll have a new person coming in the near future. Because you have a tight-knit community, being engaged in conversation with the old person is another factor, okay, that prevents you from going to the new person. So when you cool it with the old person, when he no longer has any aspirations, when you make it very diplomatically clear that you've extricated and moved on in a loving way, then you're much more able, to be talking to new people, because I sense that you might be thinking, is anybody watching? Does anybody know? So get rid of the past so that you can move to the future. Okay?
Yeah. Do you see like a move in location in the next couple months, like to kind of?
No, not really. Not really.
Okay.
I see you in the same area. That was the whole reading was about that, you being in the same area. Okay. All right, honey. Thank you so much for calling in, Allie. Thank you, love. Okay. Bye, honey. I just want to do a quick check, everybody, to the to my email and make sure I haven't overlooked anybody that's made a donation. And I don't think I have, because every now and then somebody will make a donation while I'm doing the show, and then I don't find out until the show's over. How's that for cruel? So then I have to call them up after the show's over and do the reading then, or do a refund then. Some people don't even want a refund because it goes in part to help animals, the donations. That's the 8 no wait I'm talking about. Okay. Going to Beth, who has a life question.
Thanks for taking my call.
Wow, you were right on it. Thank you. Thank you for calling in, Beth. So if you've been listening, I've been asking everyone to simply give me the question without any background. And I'm going to also ask you a little thing here. Are you in a car driving?
Yes, I've been on hold for quite a while. I always seem to never get the opportunity to speak with you. So I took advantage of it.
Well, let me just say that if you're distracted, because you do need to have some consciousness to the road, it affects the clarity of your answer because you are part of the reading. But I will give it a try. However, if you do have a chance to pull off without getting into any danger, I would recommend that.
Oh, then I'll do that right up here. My question is, when will I move, and do you know where to?
Okay, let me go to Beth 561. Moving. Yes, you are going to move. It's going to be very soon. It's not going to take very long. It is around your area. I don't feel you're wanting to take a big move or make a big move. It's in the vicinity of where you want to be. Now, I'm not quite sure why you're asking where, because what I'm hearing is you've predefined where you want to be, and that is where you will be. So if you're asking me, will you be where you want to be, the answer is yes. You will find a place that is within your budget, nearer to where you want to be, and that this will allow you to start a new chapter in your life, which you've been waiting for quite a while, and you've been very patient about that, they say, by the way. It is good for you to make this change at this time, and the responsibilities that held you where you were will be taken care of, so you don't need to worry about that. You seem to be a very guided person and a very responsible person who always wants to do the right thing. And so Spirit is encouraging you to go right ahead. The opportunity is waiting for you now, and it will not take that much longer. I also see that it seems to be, I don't know why they're showing me this, darling, but I'll give you the information. don't know what that means. Like, I guess I'll interpret it to mean from your location now, where you live now, it seems to be a little northeast, and it seems to be closer into an urban center or someplace you need to be, closer into someplace you need to be. Does that make sense to you, sweetheart?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I appreciate it.
All right. Have no fear, my dear. Everything's opening up for you now, love. And you've waited, and Spirit appreciates your patience. You've done the right thing.
Oh, thank you, Laura. Thank them also. I appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you. Honor to speak with you, honey. Thank you. Bye-bye, love. Okay, yeah, that's very important because Beth is they showed me what a great soul she is, because she literally waited till a responsibility was fulfilled, and she's like a saint to them. Okay, we are going to, well, first I'm going to just take a little break for an advertisement. If you would like a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com. We have sessions that start at only 15 minutes. And when you book, if you put in the event code field, what's the word? Radio show, you will automatically be granted a third more time for the price you pay. So if you buy a 15-minute reading, you will get a 20-minute reading, which is the equivalent of 25% off. Such a deal. Okay. And so I'm going to go to Sherelle, who is waiting very patiently. Hello, Sherelle.
How are you?
I'm great, darling. How are you?
Fine. Thank you for asking. Thanks for taking my call.
Absolutely. What can I do for you? Just ask your question, honey. Don't give me background. Go ahead.
Okay. I got you. I was wondering, what would I hear from Sam? What is his intention?
Sam? Oh, okay. Let's go to Sam. Sam. When? I'm going to start with a will he. Yes, he'll connect with you again. You will hear from him very shortly. What are his intentions? Shortly means within a day or two, honey. Not that much long. Could be even as soon as tomorrow. Not that far away. He likes you very much. Yeah, I feel he likes you very much. And he does want to have more of a formal connection with you versus just casual. So I feel this is turning into something more serious.
What do you mean formal? Because it always started off with friends with benefits, and I haven't heard from him within 2 weeks.
Well, what I'm hearing is that you'll be hearing from. This is what I'm getting, so I'll give you what I'm getting, darling. Don't give him if he wants to be a friend with benefits. Are you giving him the benefits? Because if you do, then you've lost before you began.
Yeah.
All right. But what I'm getting is that he wants a more, well, maybe what he wants to do is connect or hook up with you on a regular basis as a friend with benefits, because I didn't look at that. All I get is, and now I can see why you're asking the question, is that he wants a more formal arrangement and that he likes you very much. Now, let me just look if he wants more than friends with benefits. No, he doesn't want more than friends with benefits. He wants to be your friend with benefits. He likes you very much. He would like to get more involved with you, but to him that means friends with benefits, nothing more. So everybody's got their different way of looking at things, you know? I'm sorry, honey.
That's okay. Thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye, honey. Bye.
Have a good day.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay. Yeah, it's a funny thing about friends with benefits. If you give a person what they want, friends with benefits, well, there's no more negotiation because you already gave them what they want. It's kind of hard to work into a relationship after you do that. I found that out the hard way. Okay, I'm going to go to Susie because for some reason, even though we had a lot of people waiting there, all of a sudden they disappeared. I guess maybe they had to go back to work or something. I don't really know. But let me open up the line to Susie and see how she's doing today. Hello, my beautiful friend. How are you doing?
Okay, Laura, I'm doing okay. It seems as though we dropped Pat off the switchboard or something happened, and she was actually wanting to ask you something for her pet. So if we can just maybe send her some healing, loving energy, I think that might be very helpful.
Okay, and there were two people actually that dropped suddenly. So let me do that for Pat. And if anybody, let's say this to everybody listening, if you call into the show, I can take your question. If you want to write your question in the chat room, I will also do it that way. And Susie, I'm going to put you back in the queue, and I'm going to feel for Pat about her pet and send some loving energy. Thank you, darling.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, honey. Thank you. Okay, I'm putting Susie back in the queue. I'm going to go to Pat and her animal, her beautiful pet, and sending healing, loving light to that beautiful animal and seeing the animal healed and happy. Okay, now, if there's anybody has a question, if anybody has a question, they can type it into the chat room or they can call in to 347. Oh, Susie's back.
Susie has a question.
Okay, give me your question, darling. Yeah.
Okay. I've heard back from Chris. I want to know if there is still a chance for developing that relationship.
Okay, now I'm going to say this for you and for everyone listening. If I know an awful lot about a situation, and yeah, basically that's it. I'll be influenced, and it's difficult for me to give you a clear answer. So I will try my best, but I already have preconceived ideas about the situation, to be quite honest with you. So you're saying chance. Okay, yes, let's see. Chris, chance, yes or no for Susie? Yeah, there is a chance still. Actually, there is, and I'm very shocked that they would say that, but they're saying that there is a chance to work with him on his ideals and what he really needs in a relationship and what you really need in a relationship. There needs to be a constructive, you need to see something constructive on his part before you give. And if he can do that, which I feel he will, if you don't ask for too much, that you may be able to come to some semblance of something. Oh, I like that. Some semblance of something. It may not be exactly what you want, however, it's something.
Okay, well, that sounds very favorable.
Well, sounds like something. All right.
I mean, I basically like them. It's just, not every relationship is going to be the perfect ideal thing,
Hey, everybody, did you hear that, everybody? Yeah, not. But what I'm hearing is that it looks to me like there'll be some negotiating and perhaps you'll be able to work something that for both of you that works. Like I need to hear from you before you break a day. We need better communication. You need to show me by doing X, Y, Z by this date. And if you can do that, then I'll take you a little more seriously. So that's what they mean by constructive evidence. Okay, honey?
Okay, doll. Thank you.
Thank you, love. Have a beautiful day, Susie, and I'm going to call you after the show. Bye.
Okay, doll. Bye-bye.
Bye, honey. Okay, I want to thank everybody for calling in today, listening if you did. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I'll be doing this show again Monday at 7 p.m., or there'll be a pre-recorded something there, and then Wednesday of next week would probably be a live show. I always say probably because you never know what's going to happen, but those are my plans as of right now. Goodbye, everybody. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.